I spent Sunday night sort of tweaking the Squarespace template, and now the new website is live, which isn't exactly how I want it to end up, but it is basically a polishing and reordering of what was already there. Look at that sky. Every now and again you get a glimmer of sunshine and it absolutely tips it down. Just had a chat with a guy who runs I guess like a podcast production and promotion company. They edit podcasts, but more importantly than that, they help you promote them. And just speaking to him on the phone, he seemed like a nice guy, but he totally got what I'm trying to do. It's basically down to me to decide how much money, my own money, I want to put into growing the podcast. Whoa! So I've been wanting to get the podcast transcribed, and I've been trying out different ways to do that. I have found a company called Rev. Last night I uploaded just one podcast as an experiment. You pay $1 a minute. The crux here is how good a quality is it? How much time does it then take to fix it? And I have to say, the quality of it was amazing. Like really, really impressed with Rev. And it's great to find a tool like that because, when I say a tool, they use human beings. Not only is it good value, but it's accurate and it's quick. Hey, I'm Steve and thanks for listening. This time, let's find out what it's like being freelance for social marketing consultant Sam Burgess. A lot of my time has been taken up going through changes needed for videos and putting them over to the animator who did them. My favourite change requested was, sorry, but this rocket looks like a penis. Actually, to be fair, they said, there is something rather phallic about the rocket. And then they said, and I asked around the office quite a lot, and most people agreed. And of course the trouble is, once somebody's told you it looks like a phallus, it does. And then I've been mixing another video and doing sound design on that as well, which is always good fun. So, for example, if I take out the voice tracks, you just hear the sound effects. There, you see, so stuff like that. That last bit I quite like. That's actually the sound effect of a tree falling down to get it sort of growing, and then a bit of debris.
It's really good because you've just got somebody who understands your business and is able to give you that level of support that you don't have.
So it's Thursday, and I feel like this week in particular I've allowed myself to get distracted. I've got lots of projects on the go for different clients, but even within the clients, different projects for them. And so of course when I allow myself to think about all of those things, I actually achieve very little. And if somebody phones me or sends me a message about something and I squirrel away or add it to a list, look, every time I take my eyes off, I lose traction on what I was trying to do. So I've decided that today I'm going to just work for this client. I'm just going to work on this, and if other stuff comes in for the other clients' projects, because I know they're not urgent, they don't need to be today. I'm going to ignore them and just crack on for this one client, you know, as if I was just working in their office and I couldn't possibly work on anything else. And I'm hoping that that tactic will let me achieve more. I was up late last night because I started, and then because I'd started, really wanted to finish editing the vlog. I really want to try and stay consistent. I know I get boring saying that. But actually it wasn't too bad, because instead of having to get up at 6 a.m. like we normally do, my wife's got the day off today. She's off for a spa hotel break thing with her friend. So, I know! So, actually didn't wake up until 7:30. So that's a decent night's skip anyway. I had an email from my client just checking, are you sure we're okay for this deadline? I realised the 2nd is only 2 weeks away. And I thought, well, yes, the 2nd is 2 weeks away. But our deadline is the 9th, and that's 3 weeks away. Before I hit reply, I thought, I'll just check. I got the deadline wrong. We only have 2 weeks. So I ended up working Saturday afternoon and evening until late, actually, till about midnight, but made really good progress on some edits. But today is all about scripting, so I'm heading to some cafes in town to get a bit of focus time on that, leaving my wife with the kids. Whilst I don't want to work on a Sunday, the fact is, when I've got stuff to do, I can achieve so much because nobody gets in touch with you on a Sunday, and so you make a lot of progress quickly if you stick your mind to it. And yeah, I feel like we're in a good place for next week.